Ignoring the regulatory backdoor we're about to expose could cost you the entire advantage of your U.S. crypto portfolio. While everyone's watching the political drama in Congress, the real story, the one that actually matters, is happening completely behind the scenes.
You see, for months, the narrative has been that nothing can happen with crypto regulation because Congress is deadlocked. Well, that narrative is flat out wrong. A secret maneuver has been executed by the industry's biggest players, and it completely bypasses that legislative gridlock. And get this isn't some theory. It's an active strategy that's already in motion. 11 major crypto firms, we're talking names like Ripple and Coinbase, have already used this powerful workaround.
So in this explainer, I'm going to show you the exact mechanism they use to sidestep the entire U.S. legislative system. And more importantly, I'm going to reveal what this means for the future of stablecoins, for yield, and for your capital. Let's get into it.
Okay, first, to really grasp why this backdoor was so critical, you have to understand the massive obstacle standing in the way. The central problem is a powerful banking lobby that has been doing everything it can to block any crypto legislation that threatens their old world dominance.
This right here breaks down the entire conflict. On the left, you've got the traditional banks, the American Bankers Association. Their goal? Simple: prevent deposit flight. Their biggest fear is that stablecoins will offer yields higher than their savings rates, causing a mass exodus of cash from their accounts. So their tactic is simple too: block the Clarity Act no matter what. On the right, you've got the digital asset industry with the exact opposite goal: to enable those very yields and unlock a new wave of financial innovation. It's a complete standoff.
And this situation has escalated all the way to the top. President Trump's statement on March 3rd put the entire country on notice. He reframed this whole thing not just as some industry squabble, but as a genuine issue of U.S. economic security. He's basically saying if the banks keep up this blockade, America is on track to hand the future of finance over to China.
So faced with a path that was permanently blocked in Congress, the crypto industry didn't just throw in the towel. No. Instead, they pulled off a brilliant pivot, shifting their entire strategy away from the legislative branch to a federal agency that was, well, a lot more approachable.
And this timeline just shows you the incredible speed and precision of their move. In just the last 83 days, 11 of the biggest players have filed for something called the OCC National Trust Bank Charter. Now, you need to pay very close attention to that second date, April 1st, 2026. That is the day a new OCC rule change kicks in that dramatically supercharges the power of this exact charter, specifically for stablecoin operations. The clock is absolutely ticking.
This is Crypto Global News, and if you are watching this without a subscription, you are missing the critical alerts that put you ahead of these market-defining moves. Click that subscribe button right now to stay on the timeline.
By getting this one charter, these firms score a massive strategic win. Think about it. They completely sidestep the stalemate in Congress. They escape the absolute nightmare of dealing with 50 different state regulators. And just like that, they gain federal legitimacy and only have to answer to one single powerful regulator in D.C., the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. It's a regulatory masterstroke, plain and simple.
Okay, so they've got the charter. That gives them federal approval. But how does that solve the core issue of offering yield, the very thing the banks have been fighting tooth and nail to stop? Well, this is where they use a very clever legal loophole that's built right into the new framework. The key is what's known as the white label yield loophole. Now, the law is crystal clear. A stablecoin issuer, let's say Coinbase, cannot pay interest directly to you, the user. But, and this is the crucial part, the OCC has clarified that a third-party, non-affiliated partner is legally allowed to pay rewards or yield to users of that stablecoin. It's a critical distinction.
So here's exactly how it works. Step 1. A firm like Coinbase gets its OCC trust charter. Step 2. They go out and form a partnership with a major U.S. consumer brand. Step 3. That partner, just imagine Starbucks for a second, is the one who pays you a reward for using the stablecoin to buy their coffee. Coinbase isn't paying the yield, Starbucks is. And just like that, Step 4, the bank's absolute worst nightmare comes true, and it's all perfectly legal.
And the potential for these partnerships is just immense. We're talking major retailers, credit card networks, airlines, even platforms like Uber or DoorDash. So who do you think will be the first major brand to pull the trigger on this strategy? Drop your #1 prediction in the community post for this explainer. I'm very curious to see your analysis on this.
And listen, this isn't just some fringe crypto theory.
This whole pivot has sent shockwaves through Wall Street, forcing giants like JP Morgan to issue urgent warnings to their biggest clients about just how fast mass adoption is coming.
For our viewers here in the United States, it is so important you understand this isn't just a story about regulation. This is about positioning yourself for the next great wave of American financial innovation. The foundation is being laid right now for a monumental shift in how value moves.
This situation is changing by the day. For immediate alerts and analysis as it all unfolds, join my private Telegram. Just use the QR code on your screen or the link in the description to get these updates before everyone else.
This quote from a recent JP Morgan analyst note confirms everything. They are telling their largest clients that even a weak, watered-down version of the Clarity Act will unleash a flood of institutional money by 2026. Why does this matter? Because it gives us a public timeline. But what this OCC backdoor does is potentially pull that entire timeline forward, meaning that institutional wave could hit much sooner than anyone expects, creating a huge first-mover advantage for those of us who see it coming.
So the battleground is completely shifted. The fight is no longer about lobbying a gridlocked Congress. Now that the industry has its federal backdoor, the new war is for control of the OCC itself. And the question now becomes, who is already making moves to win that war? We break that down in the next explainer, which you can watch by clicking the card on your screen right now.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.